welcome to the channel for my Premier League predictions game week 19, which is the Boxing Day Premier League matches prediction. If you're new here, let your festive season happiness help you to hit on the like button, subscribe to this channel, put on the notification bell. Anytime I release a video, you may be one of the first people to be notified. Make sure you visit my good friend. I'll leave a link to his channel, Mr. Footballer Loons. He does similar good videos as I'm also doing here. Visit him and subscribe to his channel, and let's go together. Without wasting much of your time, let's get into the game week 19 predictions one time. Oh yes, to kickstart the Boxing Day fixtures is between Newcastle United versus Nottingham Forest. And Newcastle going to this game may be coming from their game against Luton Town, which in that game I predicted a win for them. So going to this game against Nottingham Forest, I'm also predicting another win for them. So 2 straight wins in a row. I'm predicting Newcastle United 3, Nottingham Forest 1. Moving on to the next game is between AFC Bournemouth versus Fulham. Bournemouth in their last 3 Premier League games, they've won all the 3 games. And going to this game against Fulham, who also in their last 3 Premier League games, they've won 2 and lost 1. And they've scored 10 goals. So going into this game, I'm looking out for a cracker. And I'm predicting a draw game. I'm predicting AFC Bournemouth 2, Fulham 2. Yes, so moving on to the next game is between Sheffield United versus Luton Town. I think this is a decider on who will be at the bottom, the 20th and the 19th position. I think this is a battle between Sheffield United and Luton Town. Throughout the whole season, we all know what will happen. So going to this game to predict, I think so far so good. I'm impressed with what Luton are doing. They play better on their home grounds, and I'm expecting them to at least claim a point from this game against Sheffield. So going to this game, I'm tipping a win for Luton Town. I'm predicting Luton Town 2, Sheffield United 1. Oh yes, and moving on to the next game on Boxing Day is between Burnley versus Liverpool. I think Burnley this season so far so good. They are struggling. Low-key, Burnley is struggling. And looking at this Liverpool side, they are also in the title race. And going into this game, I think Liverpool will not drop points in this game. They may claim all the 3 points. And I'm predicting a 3-1 victory for Liverpool. Liverpool 3, Burnley 1. Moving on to the next game is between Manchester United versus Aston Villa. We all know this season Aston Villa has been impressive, and the kind of football they are playing, they only deserve praises. And going to this game at Old Trafford against Manchester United, I think it's a tough game for Manchester United. Looking at Manchester United, I think United were good to defend against Liverpool, and at least they got 1 point from that game. And from West Ham to this game, I think it's a tough game for United. And for me to predict this game, I'm predicting a win for Aston Villa. I'm predicting Aston Villa 2, Manchester United 1. Oh yes, so moving on to the next game is between Brentford versus Wolves. So far so good this season. Brentford hasn't been all that impressive like they used to be last season. That team that was fully attacking, fully destroying mid-table clubs. But going to this game against Wolves, I think Wolves this season, they are the surprising team for me. They've surprised me because at the start of the season, I was tipping Wolves to go to relegation. But I mean, I take my L. Wolves has impressed me, and going into this game against Brentford, I'm predicting a draw game. I'm predicting a 1-1 draw. Brentford 1, Wolves 1. Oh yes, so moving on to the next game is between Chelsea versus Crystal Palace. We all know Crystal Palace in their last 2 Premier League games, they drew 2-2 against Manchester City, and they had 1-1 draw against Brighton. And going into this game on Boxing Day against Chelsea, it will be a very tough game for both clubs. But we all know Chelsea too, in their last 2 Premier League games, they had a 2-0 win over Sheffield United. And as I'm recording this video, they are yet to play their game against Wolves. So I can't give much details about that game. So going to this game on Boxing Day, I'm predicting a straight win for Chelsea. I'm expecting Chelsea to win this game. I'm predicting Chelsea to Crystal Palace won. Moving on to the next game is between Everton versus Manchester City. Everton playing City at the Goodison Park. I think this is a tough game. Low-key, Manchester City this season are struggling. And going to this game, I think Everton has been motivated by a point deduction. And going to this game, I will not be shocked if Everton get a point from this game. But I'm predicting Manchester City to take all the 3 points. I'm predicting City 2, Everton 0. Oh yes, moving on to the next game is between Brighton versus Tottenham Hotspur. Looking at Brighton in the last 2 Premier League games, they lost 1 and drew 1. And going to this game against Tottenham Hotspur, I mean, it's a tough game. Looking at this Tottenham side who play fluid football, scoring more goals in the game, and I think it will be a tough game for Brighton. So going to this game, I'm predicting a win for Tottenham. I'm predicting Tottenham Hotspur 2, Brighton 1. Oh yes, and moving on to the last game on Boxing Day is between Arsenal versus West Ham United. I think this is the game of the week in Premier League game week 19. And it's a tough game, which is also a London derby. Going to this game will be interesting, seeing Arsenal in this title race, and West Ham United to need points to also get a good position on the Premier League table. Going to this game will be a madness game to watch. So I can't wait for this game. I'm predicting Arsenal to get a slight win over West Ham United. I'm predicting a 2-1 win for Arsenal. Arsenal 2, West Ham United 1. Oh yes, so these are my predictions for Boxing Day Premier League game week 19. If you're new here, subscribe to the channel, show me love, like this video, and visit my good friend's channel, Mr. Footballer Loons. Go and subscribe to his channel and let's grow together. If you're happy and enjoy your Christmas, make this be the reason why you leave a like to this video. Like this video. My target is still 100 likes on my Premier League predictions. Till we meet in another video. Bye bye for now.
Try cause the Lord bless me. You wanna overtake where I pass with high speed. Allow all this trouble cause you just test me. I see fine babes and I know you trust me.